Hello and welcome to the Garblag Games YouTube channel. We're playing Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, and this is Flint Steel! Welcome back. Hello, this is episode 5 of our Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 2nd edition game, Flint Steel. We've got 3 of the guys in the studio with me today for the episode. We will do a short recap very soon, and the guys will tell us what they spent their experience points on, if they haven't done so already. But before we do all that, if you want to check us out on Facebook, head over to facebook.com/Garblag Games. Check us out on Twitter, @Garblag Games. On Instagram, Garblag Games. We have a website, garblaggames.co.uk. Basically, Google Garblag Games and you will find us. Cool. Okay. So, if everyone's ready, I am Pete the Game Master.
I'm Simon, and I'm playing a bodyguard.
I'm Roger, I'm playing Bagrig Rolfson, the Dwarf Shieldbreaker.
I'm Lawrence, I'm playing Torvald Rolfson, the Dwarven Cartographer.
And brother of Bagrig.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so...
Which one's taller?
We're the same height.
Exactly the same height.
Okay, so that's me then.
Yes, that is you.
I'm taller.
Yeah.
And Hartwin's not here, so you are the tallest.
Don't worry, we've got axes, we can fix it.
There are no elves.
There are no elves.
Never trust an elf.
Manling. Okay, so what did everyone spend their experience points on from last time?
So I spent my experience on getting an extra wound, because that seems like a really good idea.
That's very handy.
And I did exactly the same.
Okay, so after the brutal beating that you guys got last time and that you gave, you toughened up a bit.
Yeah.
That's good.
After my tussling with urchins, I decided I would go with agility,
Okay,
as hitting them really hard is not really acceptable form of teaching.
unless you do it first.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. So, last time on Flint and Steel, we were a little bit low on numbers in terms of players. So we had a Dwarf Brother special. And while Hartwin, Gunther and Alvin went about their own business in the Neustadt, which we'll briefly cover shortly, Bagric and Torvald went about responding to a message from Ortwin Schnitzler, who had asked for you to go to the shantytown area, to a particular road, to come and meet him on some sort of errand. He needed dwarven assistance. However, what it turned out to be was a ruse and a distraction to draw the dwarves away and try and murder them in the streets of the shantytown. However, it didn't succeed, and it was quite a cool little battle. We had a little battle mat out with some little figures and stuff. If you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. It's good fun. Lots of critical hits. Lots of nasty, bloody wounds. But yes, so you fought off your assailants.
Didn't you hit everyone in the same place?
We repeatedly hit them in the left arm.
There was a lot of left arm hacking.
Yeah.
We seem to have this kind of theme. With every episode, there's a particular area of the body that the players seem to target. Episode 1 or 2, wasn't it? The groin?
The groin.
Yep. Yep. And then we had a right arm, and then we had a left arm. Let's see what happens today. Anyway, so... Roger, what happened after your fight with the gang?
So after our fight with the gang, they tried to send a message to us, so I sent one right back.
Mm-hmm.
I took the dead Sansovino's head, chopped it off,
Yep.
and then used his own club to mount it on a wall.
Yes, he had a rather gruesome looking... Yep.
So, yeah, have fun with that. And then after that, we tried to go through as many back alleys to get back to the pub, as we were slightly covered in gore.
Yep.
By slightly, I mean pretty much totally, because, chopped a guy in half. Stopped by a stall with some old deer, bought some healing stuff.
Yep.
I was a bit disappointed because there didn't seem to be very much haggling. I don't think there was very much haggling.
I could have tried, but Dwarven Fellowship of 23 might have been, and the fact I don't have haggle could have been a disadvantage.
Yeah, Gilberta was her name, wasn't it?
And her wares turned out to actually work because we went back to the pub.
You were trying to figure out whether she was conning you or not. It was in a very nice open plaza in the Neustadt where there was a statue of Karl Franz and a fountain.
Turns out it's all legit. So we cleaned up, ate a pile of meats.
Yep.
Because turned out 5 shillings bought like half a cow.
Yeah.
So
I think it was a boar. I think it was a whole boar.
So we ate said boar.
Yep.
Each.
Yeah, one each.
And then the others turned up.
So you were awaiting the others to arrive, and it was starting to get towards the afternoon. Alvin, Gunther, Hartwin has gone off on his own to investigate a few possible leads, to look around the Neustadt, and he's very interested in finding a good bow. That he's a bit fed up of using his crossbow, and he's looking around to see if there's a good place he can buy a bow. This doesn't particularly interest Gunther, and he wants to go about some of his business. Unfortunately, he feels that your rather heavy-handed presence might dissuade some of his business associates from doing said kind of business.
Yeah.
Gunther has asked you to return to the Two Griffins, which is the tavern that you guys had gone to in the Neustadt, to meet up with the dwarfs, because he has some very sensitive and delicate business that he thinks his own particular skill set is more set up for, and he wants you to go and meet with the dwarves because you guys said that someone would return in the afternoon, but he's got some important business.
That's fine. I've got to go and pick my armour up anyway, so...
Okay, so you can do that on the way.
Do that on the way.
Okay, so you arrive back at the Two Griffins as the dwarves finish their meal, they've finished their drinks, and you see the Bagric and Torvald sitting there looking rather greasy, dripping. You've noticed in Neustadt that you can taste food better, you can smell the air, it's not all the pollutants that are being kicked out in the Falsat, so you actually enjoy, the whiff of boar comes across the table from them as you come into the tavern. It's fairly busy. It's early afternoon, so people are starting to wind down, go out and start to have a few drinks and things. You see Alvin come in, and he has with him a bundle, because it's sort of it'll be kind of wrapped up.
Yeah, I didn't put it on straight away like a small child would do with their new clothing. Actually, the bundle is my old clothes. I'm sporting some nice chainmail armour.
Cool, yes, new chainmail armour.
Properly dressed.
Aye. So I'm assuming the other bloke looked worse.
Yeah, well, depends which way you look at. I suppose.
You better do, or do I need to go and sort him out?
No, he's in a few different places.
Nice.
As are the others.
Aye.
So everyone else is buggered off and is doing other stuff. I wouldn't say they don't like you, but what can I say? So I'm here.
I shrug. So grab one of the napkins or something. Get the grease out of my beard.
You never ever fully get the grease out of your beard.
Dwarves are very good at maintaining beards.
They are, but a little bit of grease helps maintain it. As all of us in this room can attest to. Yeah, we're all bearded. Yeah. Okay.
So we got this note from Schnitzler.
Okay.
Showing the note. He told us to meet him at somewhere else in the slums.
Turned out there wasn't one.
There wasn't one.
Just a welcoming party.
Oh, what?
There's a trap. We dealt with it.
What do you think it was Schnitzler then?
So you had the address on the invitation of Aurenheimer's house.
Yes.
And you were going to go and investigate, see if there were any clues that you could find as to what he was up to.
But then there was a party later.
The next day.
At his house.
No.
At a big place.
At the
college.
No, the colleges, yeah.
At the college.
Yep. It was at the it was at the invitation of the Dean of the College of Engineering.
Right.
Maybe at the university.
Okay.
Yep. So they had an invitation to this party, which to all of you seems like he's punching above his weight. because that's like
Society.
top society. So how did he get an invitation to that?
Yeah.
But you'd thought maybe we could go along to that and have some fun.
Yeah.
But tonight, the night before the party, you thought you would go and check out his house to see if there was any clues as to what he was doing or his relationship with the other guy or anything like that. And you have the address of his house on the invitation, and it's fairly nearby in the Neustadt, which is why you picked the 2 griffins to have lunch at.
Cool. What we might also think of doing is trying to find out people that have access to the College of Engineering, like runners and stuff like that. Someone potentially that might be working on the evening that we need to get in, through a back door. We'll be behind the kitchens at 10 o'clock, kind of thing.
Aye, that could work. Give them enough gold, I'm sure they'd let us in.
I just think if we could find someone, that we could,
We need to find out if there's any connection between them and Schnitzler.
and Sansovinos.
Aye. Sansovinos.
I keep getting that wrong. They'll be called whatever I want on their Tuesday.
Tillian rubbish.
Head on a spike.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm normally not the brains. I tend to just go with the obvious of go and knock on the door, beat up whoever doesn't want to answer my questions. So if you've not got a better idea, then I'll go with that.
I think we're probably better off going in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, it's afternoon now. It won't take long for it to become dark. So you could wait a couple of
Probably
hours.
best if people don't see us what we're doing.
So what's the plan? Are we going to just kind of sneak up to the door and kick it in?
Probably worth walking by, having a look at it, seeing if there's ways in.
Sure.
Maybe at the back.
I'll try not to whistle nervously. I'll try not to pretend that I'm being inconspicuous.
Just walk casual, man.
Walk casual. Nice. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna find a lady in the Griffins and ask her and tell her that I've got to go and see someone. I'm a bit nervous and I might need someone to kind of walk with me.
So it seems there's a. Do you want a barmaid or a patron?
Barmaid.
A barmaid.
Barmaid.
She looks you up and down briefly and says, "Well, for a shilling, I'll take a walk."
Okay.
Don't know of a good surgeon, do you?
Hang on a minute. I just asked the girl to go for a walk with me and give her a shilling, and you want a surgeon? Let's just go do the whole going for a walk thing. Yeah. Okay. Shilling.
Are you looking for medical attention?
Yeah.
Surgery might take you a little while.
Well, a physician.
Do you need healing? Do you need just some healing?
Aye.
Okay. Should I give him some healing?
You can do a healing roll.
I will do a healing roll. Let's see. We'll go with blues first, and we'll try and work out how we do healing.
Intelligence.
Heal.
Heal.
Successful heal test restores 1d10 wounds to a lightly wounded character, which I think you are now.
Yep.
So let's just roll it.
And you
work out.
used the ointment last time, didn't you? So it becomes an easy challenge for you, which means you get plus 20% to your skill.
I'll use a thing.
He rolled 99.
Okay.
Brilliant.
No.
Okay. Did you want to try on Torvald?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
42.
It's plus 20% to your skill.
Okay. Plus
It's based on
20
intelligence.
Intelligence. So my intelligence is 32.
So plus
that's
20 is 52. So you pass.
So it's passed.
So roll a d10.
Hey. 1.
One wound. But you see this new
helps.
side of Alvin that you weren't aware of before. Obviously, he's been in so many fights and scrapes and, bare fist competitions.
How long do you have to wait before you try and heal someone again?
It will be a couple of hours before you can have another go because there needs to be a change in his status or something.
I think it's because I've not done it on dwarves. See, I think that's what it is.
Different biology. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so you're going to go for a walk past Aurenheimer's house.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What's your name, darling?
My name is. Get my list of names. Human female names. Berglinda.
Berglinda.
Yep. Berglinda.
My daughter's got a friend that's called Bergina.
Your daughter?
Well, yeah.
Oh. You shouldn't be looking after her or something.
Oh, no. That was my old life.
Oh, she looks suddenly sort of like she said the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's all in the past. The future is that street.
She
You
turns
and
and
you on my
hooks
arm.
on your arm. Yep. And you guys start to walk down
I'm not
Commerce
nervously whistling.
Street. There are a lot of people moving about the... Make a willpower roll to not nervously whistle. Plus 20%.
On what?
What's your willpower?
Willpower? 29.
You're whistling. Yeah. There's a slight, just every now and then, a little nervous whistle coming from Alvin as he's making his way down the street.
Why is he whistling?
There are quite a few people moving around. There are tradesmen coming and going.
I'm definitely like chest out a little bit, you know.
It's a general throng of people on Commerce Street, so it's not like there's just a couple of you walking down the street. There's a whole you're having to make your way through the busy crowds of people. But they all seem to be moving somewhere with purpose, either towards a tavern or closing up their stores. And you can see that as the sun is starting to go down, the people are starting to tidy up the streets and shut up shop, basically. The buildings lean in, but the road is slightly wider than the ones in the Falstaff, so you can still see the sky. There's not the fetid air, so you sort of catch a whiff of flowers and plants and things as you pass by a trader's store. And after a while, you come to the right area of Commerce Street, and you can see that there is a road off to your left that his house is situated on. And as you head down that way, jauntily whistling, you can see that there are less people on this part of the street. This is more people's townhouses, maybe lower nobles, the gentry, that kind of level. Very rich merchants might have a property here. And you come across a 3-story building. Sort of looks like it's leaning ever so slightly to the left as you look at it from the front. There's a central front door. It's not a massive house, and it is kind of tucked behind a larger house that's kind of dwarfs it a bit. And there's an alleyway that runs around either side of it. You don't know where it goes because it sort of goes around the back of the house. It's not large enough to have its own kind of courtyard and stable and that kind of thing. It's just an abode, but a tall, thin one. You can see up above there is a kind of a winch and pulley for where maybe it was an old trading house and things get lifted into the loft, etc. But yes, and there are a few people milling about. There is make perception rolls or yeah, perception. It's not really search, it's perception.
Based on eyesight?
It is based on eyesight, and you got plus 10% because there's not many people around.
If you have perception.
That means you don't get a penalty.
It's not bad.
If you have perception, you don't get that.
If you get it again, you get plus 10, and if you get it for a third time, you get plus 20.
And is it based on?
Intelligence.
Okay, so I passed.
Okay, get your plus 20.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I think I'm possibly slightly distracted by Alvin's whistling.
I don't need any extra
I passed.
things. You passed.
Okay,
I
so
passed by 20 something.
Bagric, you see that the man standing near the front door is clearly wearing some sort of chainmail under his tunic from the bulk and the weight of his upper body. He has got a sword, but he's dressed as if he is not armoured or not ready.
He's
just got a person.
He's trying to conceal.
He's trying to conceal it. Not doing a great job of it. Alvin, you see some movement in the very top floor, near where the winch and the pulley bit is. There's, you think, some sort of candlelight past a window or something. You see some movement in the house. But you all see that there's an alleyway that runs around the back of it, and that looks fairly dark. You can see that there's a few barrels and things down there, a few odds and sods, bit of rubbish and trash, and obviously there's a gutter going down the street where people throw their mess into it, and it runs off to the sewer.
Shall I make a distraction? Distract the gentleman so you can sneak down the alleyway?
He doesn't seem to be looking in your direction at the moment. There are a couple of young women walking down the road, coming the other way from you, and he seems to be sort of oogling at them at the moment.
All right, we'll start. I'll kind of say, I think the address they wanted us is down here. I'll say to you, start walking.
I shall stand.
Dwarf tradesmen being quite common in Nuln. I think it's good.
So you're kind of pretending you're heading off in a different direction.
Well, literally just going to go down the alley.
Okay.
I shall wait a few moments, and I shall watch him, and I shall tell Berglinda.
Yes, Berglinda.
Now, Berglinda, my associates are going to try and stealthily avoid that gentleman and sneak down that alleyway. If that gentleman's eyes are drawn towards them, you are to slap me round the face and say, "You brute," rather loudly. I shall take a gold coin out of my pocket, give it to him, and say, "Such a beautiful lady should have a beautiful dress."
She beams at you and starts to look around as if she's starting to think, maybe I'm getting into something that I shouldn't do. But she takes the gold coin. She's not stupid.
And we shall stand and wait. And I shall enjoy.
He doesn't seem to see the dwarves
smile upon her face.
Yeah. He doesn't seem to see the dwarves enter the alleyway. He's not looking in that direction. He does look across at you guys as you're kind of standing there looking around and doing what you're doing. You guys make your way down the alleyway. And the alleyway goes down the side of the larger building and this smaller building. And sort of higher up, the buildings are getting close together. Someone could probably jump from one window to another. Not as a dwarf. Not a dwarf. Okay. A human or halfling could jump from one window to another. And you get to a corner and you go around the back of the house and you see there is a back door. And there is an alleyway that leads away from the back door off into the between other houses.
Okay. Can we have a? Is there anyone else around? I mean, are we completely alone?
There doesn't seem to be anyone around at the moment.
All right. I'm going to examine the gate to see if it looks like it's one of those ones that would go. If I
It's a door.
Oh, sorry, door.
Yeah,
Again, I'm going to examine the hinges. I want to see if they look well maintained.
Okay. Let's have a roll.
You're probably more used to nimble work than I am, brother. You might want to have a look.
Yeah. Let's have an evaluate or search or perception. Let's see.
I'll go perception. Let's.
Yeah.
Yes, I got a 6. Perception.
Okay.
No.
Okay. You are distracted by some of the fine stonework that is going on in this alleyway. For such an alleyway.
Must be dwarven made.
You can see that the hinges are slightly rusty.
And if we open it,
And you think it might creak, but you also can tell that the door is locked from the other side, or barred from the other side.
How high are the walls?
So it's just a house, so it just goes up.
So this is literally just a back door.
It's just a back door to the house.
Oh, I
Yep,
see.
It's a townhouse. Yeah, there's no surrounding wall or anything like that. It's just a townhouse.
I shall say goodbye to
Berglinda.
Berglinda.
Yep.
And I would perhaps come and call upon you again sometime.
I would be very much enjoying that. I will be at the Two Griffins for a few weeks. Working.
and I shall. I shall wander off to the. Actually, there is one question before I go. Do you know anyone who's working at the big party tomorrow night at the Engineers College?
College of Engineering?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's, I think the Entertainers Guild have arranged particular caterers. The owner of the Two Griffins was trying to offer sort of food services for that party, but unfortunately, I don't think he didn't. Yeah, I don't think he got the job, as it were.
Oh. Well, anyway, I shall see you later.
She sort of wanders off.
Yeah.
What are you doing now in this road that you're kind of standing
I'm going
there?
to wander over to the guard, who's obviously not being a guard.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's been a few minutes, so let's see if he does see you walking towards him, and he's kind of sort of turns his body like to face you, so that he's kind of.
Is he bigger than me?
What's your
physically look
toughness?
bigger
What's your
than me?
toughness?
My toughness is 33.
He looks sort of similar build to you.
Looks similar.
Yeah.
I was looking at my skills and I saw supernumerate. That won't help. I am very strong.
He's got 10 fingers.
I am very strong.
Oh, what's your strength?
43.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
You are more muscular than him.
Actually, my strength was 43, so it must be 48.
Yeah.
Got bonus.
Yep.
48. Cool. So yeah, 48.
Yeah, he doesn't look as. He's not quite as thick set as you. Yeah.
I shall approach him
Mhm.
and say, my name is Alvin. I'm a bodyguard.
Sorry, mate.
And I'm
Come on.
seeking some work.
Oh. Right. Okay. Do you have any letters of reference that I could pass to my boss?
Letters of reference. I am recently in this town, and therefore do not. But I'm happy to take on some errands to gain your reference. If you know what I mean.
Right. Okay. He goes, just wait right here for a minute. Okay. We are looking for someone to run an errand for us. I just need to go and talk to Mr. Steng. Right. I will be back in a moment. And he goes to the door and he takes some keys off his belt and he unlocks the front door and he goes in to the house and shuts it behind him. And then you hear a... Right, so you guys are at the back door.
Okay, so the back door looks a bit creaky and locked, and there's an alleyway leading directly away from it, not
Yes.
the one we came from.
Not the one you came from.
Okay.
So the alleyways go around the back of the building and then one goes away.
Let's go that way. Let's follow that.
See where it goes.
See if we can get in without anyone
So you're
seeing
gonna
us there. Oh, basically, yeah, away from the house.
Okay. You head off down the alleyway, and you can see that it just goes between two larger houses, and the other end will come out onto another road. So it's just kind of alleyways between houses.
That's good though. I mean, it means we're less likely to be seen going towards that house.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good. So we'll basically walk the long way.
Back round to the front of the house.
Well, not so we're too close because we don't want to give the game away, but
Okay. Cool.
so we're towards the end of the road, so we can kind of look
Make a
down and see
perception
them.
roll, Alvin. Plus 20% because yeah. Okay, so you see, as you're waiting there, you see the dwarves appear back round the road that you came from, and they're milling about, looking at a stall as they're shutting up shop.
Are we far from where the healer had her stall? I forget her name.
You are. It was kind of the other
Oh,
direction. Yeah.
So just to note, I am looking very well kept because obviously I am wearing clean armour.
Oh yes, you are. You're looking like.
And I'm looking very fresh. And
Yeah.
I will have freshened myself before walking out with a lady.
Yep.
So I'm looking very presentable.
Right. After a few minutes, another man comes out of the door. The door unlocks. Another man comes out, and he's sort of in his 50s, early 50s, shorter, grey hair, and he looks at you. What is your name?
Alvin, sir.
Alvin.
That's correct.
And you say you're new to Nuln.
I am new to Nuln, yes. I was once a farmer in the local lands and came to the town to find my fortune. Found it very easy in hitting people or stopping people from hitting other people. That is my trade. Yeah.
He seems overly suspicious for someone who's looking after a
I see a man standing outside looking like he doesn't want to be seen wearing chainmail armour. But he obviously is wearing chainmail armour. And I think to myself, well, actually, that's a house with a guard. Perhaps they need some more guards. Especially if the guard they've got doesn't really do that much of, what can I say, Sub-ter-fuge. Expressing my letters. Whereas me, you see, I look
the part.
the part.
Very well. Well, I have some small errands that you could run for us. The head of the household has not returned as of yet, but I have things I need to attend to. There is an order that's been placed with a blacksmithing forge, and I need someone to go and ensure that the order is to be completed as it has been said. I have proof here of the order, and when it should be delivered and where to. So I need you to just go and take this. He just hands you a piece of paper. Okay. And make sure that the Falkenberg Forge is on schedule to do this. If you do this, I have more errands that you may run, and once you've shown that you're useful and can follow instruction, then perhaps you'll enter Master Aurenheimer's employ.
I shall get to it properly, sir.
You can refer to me as Mr. Steng.
Mr. Steng. I shall get to it promptly, Mr. Steng.
Very well. Alvin. And where are you staying?
Right. I shall be off.
Where are you staying? He says. What tavern are you staying in?
Oh, the tavern I'm staying in. I'll have to work that one out. I'm trying to think what it's called.
Two Griffins.
Are we actually staying at the Two Griffins?
Oh no, you were staying back at the Brewers Guild, weren't you?
We were staying at the Brewers Guild.
Or the Gunner's Arms.
The Gunner's Arms. I have recently taken up some lodgings at the Gunner's Arms. Although I'm thinking...
Across the river?
Yes, well, that's where I came to, but I thought it looked a bit rough and a bit foul.
Quite dirty there.
Well, yes. I'm thinking of taking up some lodgings at the Two Griffins.
It's a fine establishment. I myself drink there on occasion. Yeah. Yes, that would probably be more appropriate. To be nearby as well would be useful if you are to be in our employ.
Then I shall do so forthwith.
Please go and return.
I will go.
Okay, so he goes back inside the house, and you see that Alvin is standing there, squinting at a piece of paper, trying to read this man's handwriting. Or someone's handwriting.
Member of the Blacksmithing Guild? Grand City of Nuln.
Yes. Okay, so what are you going to do?
I'm going to look pleased with myself.
He looked very pleased with it. I assume you're going to move away from the building.
Yes,
and sort of near the dwarves, and then you can
move away.
Sort of...
if I think I could get away with a wink.
No one's hanging out a window, so you think you can get away with a wink.
And I shall go and fulfil this as quickly as I can. 6 grappling hooks, 100 iron spikes, and 6 pigs. That definitely is someone breaking into something.
So he's holding this docket in his hand, and you can tell from the way that it's folded that it's an official bill of sale. The document looks like it's folded in a particular way.
I'm assuming my chainmail armour doesn't have an inside.
No, it doesn't have a zip with an inside pocket.
Okay. That's fine. I will take this and I will probably.
Are you going to go? Are you going to tell them what you're doing?
Yeah. Well, I'll do this.
Yeah. It's okay. So you move
So
away.
I shall move away.
Yeah.
Then when I get around the corner, I should wait for them to
Okay.
hear.
Are you going to go with him?
We'll give him a head start and then follow.
Okay. Right. So you catch up to him. He's walking down the street, sort of scratching his head, looking at a piece of paper.
Yeah. I can read.
I know you can read, but you may not know where it is or who it is or.
What is it you're doing?
So basically, I have cunningly, subterfugiously, got myself in. So I'm going to go and do this errand, and then return. And
What's
then,
the errand?
Well, frankly, 6 grappling hooks, 100 iron spikes, and 6 picks. These people are definitely breaking into something. And as it's for tomorrow, well, who knows?
Where have you got to get it from?
He said he wants you to check that it will be delivered on time.
Yes, this bill confirms the purchase by Steng. And I've got to go to authority for sale, the Falkenberg Forge.
Well, we know where that is.
Oh, right, okay. So, where is
The
it?
name rings a bell.
The Falkenberg. Oh!
Does his eyes
His eyes light up.
No, wait a minute, and then the penny drops.
Mr. Bruner.
Mr. Berg.
Mr. Berg, yeah.
Aye, it's her sister.
She's got a sister. This is all too much for me for one day.
For a moment. Yeah.
I might need a drink after this. Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to go and I must go and check this errand.
Right, I will tell Alvin where it is.
Okay.
Actually,
You
I'll
go
let,
with him?
I'll let the navigator.
You're going to show him where it is. You're
Well,
take
we
him to the.
probably don't want to go in. We don't want to.
Well, you could take him to
Near
around
it.
the corner.
Yeah,
and then he
take
can
him
go.
to.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Seeing as we're going that way, I'm gonna see if the healer woman's stool is still up.
Okay. It is getting late, but where are we? Gilberta, the old lady, sees you two coming, and she's just kind of waves at you nicely.
I'll kind of give her a
Alvin,
nod.
you see this old lady waving at the doors.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
There's an old lady waiting at you.
I'll meet you back at the Griffins, and I'll walk over to the lady.
Can you, when you get back to the Griffins, can you get a couple of rooms? Because I think we're going to need to be here this evening, as opposed to going all the way back across the bridge and then coming back.
Sure.
Okay. Can you make sure one of the rooms is in my name, just in case Steng checks up on me that I'm actually staying where I said I'm now staying?
We'll probably only have the one.
Well, I'll have one. You can have one if you want one. I mean, I suppose you probably both fit, wouldn't you, really? I definitely will need one myself. Oh, come on, you walked into that. You can't have a go just because I made a dwarf joke. What's her name?
I trust you've got the gold.
The sister. Yes, I've got the gold. I shall give you the gold. And they'll say, no, I'm not giving you gold. You definitely did some dude in, right? You definitely got loot.
Has been and gone.
Anyway, right. What's her? Does she have a first name? The sister. Sister. Does she have a first name?
Yes.
I shall not write it down in
Her
my head.
name is Wendelina. So there's Adelina and Wendelina. Okay, so Torvald takes you to around the corner from the Falkenberg Forge.
Yes.
And you can hear them there. There's less sounds of the forge now. It's sort of calming down, quieting down. And a dwarf walks past. And he sees you and nods, and you recognise him. He's the chap that you was talking to and ordered some armour from. Gromdrath.
Yeah.
And you
Walk in through the front.
yeah, you go around the corner, and there is this open-fronted, on a corner forge, and you can see people clearing up, tidying away. And there is a woman. She's tall. She's strong build. She looks a lot like Adelina, but with slightly darker hair. And she sees you walking over, and she says, "I'm afraid, good sir, that we are just closing up for the day."
I'm not here to purchase something. I'm merely running an errand for Mr. Steng.
Steng. Oh yes, placed an order a couple of days ago for some tools.
Items. Yes.
Some tools.
He sent me to check that they will be delivered.
Are you holding that in your hand?
I shall. Yes.
Okay, so she wants to.
Yeah,
she's sort of gesturing.
I'm checking that it will be delivered.
Yes. We're nearly done. This will be ready tomorrow. They'll be at Arms Road, sort of early afternoon. Okay, it should be. I think Gromdrath is going to deliver it. So that's fine. Do you need me to write on here or
no? That's absolutely fine.
Okay.
I shall smile at her.
Thank you.
You look very like your sister.
That's okay. Now I'm confused. That's a few people who have arrived today and talked about my sister.
Well, I will very rarely forget a lady I've written poetry about. I shall turn on my heels.
She's so shocked.
And flee.
Adelina inspired poetry. She scratches her head and she turns around and I've heard everything now. You hear her say as she kind of walks back into the.
And I shall leave.
Okay.
And go back to Mr. Steen.
Okay.
And the dwarf was called
Gromdrath. Okay, so you're Bagric. Sorry, you are with what's her name? Gilberta. You're back so soon.
The materials you sold us work. Looking to buy some more.
Oh, the ointment.
Aye.
Oh yes. What did I charge you earlier today? My mind is a sieve, or something with lots of holes in.
It was 3 shillings.
A pot.
Aye.
Are you lying? She's going to. What's the word?
Didn't it have several uses? You used all of it.
No, it's 2 uses a thing. But
she's going to.
I can't actually remember.
Use perception to see if you are bullshitting her. No, she failed. 98. That's quite a fail.
That's better than my fail.
3 shillings. Well, I have. Yes, she goes. Yes, I remember. I have a pot left.
Oh, I was hoping for a few more than one.
I'd have to return with more supplies on the morrow, I'm afraid. But I have one. She puts her hand in a small sort of bag with twines that you can't see, and she kind of grabs a pot out of a bag.
Okay, yeah. I will hand in the 3 shillings. Take the pot. Could I place an order for tomorrow?
Yeah. Yes. However, I think the 3 shillings has been a special offer today, and tomorrow they are half a crown each. I'm afraid, it being a very busy day and demand is very high for these.
That's a lot more than double.
Well, maybe come back tomorrow and we'll discuss it. We'll see how trade goes over the day, and I may be able to drop prices towards the end of the day.
Oh, I thought a regular customer might warrant a better price than double.
They do,
More than
but
double.
I've only met you today. And
I think you'll be seeing a lot more of me.
I'm sure I will. Hopefully, just in a
You
trade.
take that several ways.
Yeah.
Really.
Aye.
Hopefully, just here.
In a supplier way.
Okay. Well, let's see how it goes, shall we? She hands over the pot to you.
Alright. And I'll walk back to the 2.
Do you pay her?
Yeah, I did say I'd hand
Okay.
over the shilling.
Okay, cool. So I'm just trying to find the.
What is it? They were 5 from memory.
Yeah, they were 5 shillings. So you got a little bit off. She made a really bad roll, 98%. That's terrible. Okay, so
3 shillings. I believe him.
you start heading back as you guys come around the corner because you've effectively taken pretty much the same amount of time. And you guys see Bagric's finished and he's heading towards the 2 griffins and kind of catch up.
So there is a property on this on this list where the stuff is going to be delivered to, which is the Aurenheimer property, Arms Road, Shantytown.
It's fairly near where you were attacked.
Aurenheimer's the guy that we offed, wasn't it? Mounted his head on a pike.
No.
No. Oh, the first one.
The
cultist
merchant
guy.
who was in the cultist chamber, who was well dressed and was trying to get out.
Yeah.
And you've since found out he works with the Dyers Guild, and he works with a chap called Krehl.
Yeah.
Could be worth checking out his house as well.
That is, so his house is the house you were looking at, Aurenheimer's house.
Yeah.
Also, it's being delivered to the address that you got.
To another address
Another address.
that says Aurenheimer Property, Arms Road, Shantytown.
Oh, I see.
So it's in a shit part of town. There's some property he owns there.
So
They're
that's
delivering a load of stuff to.
Yeah. So that's
That's worth checking out as well.
That's his.
Warehouse probably.
Yeah.
It's down by the docks.
Yeah.
Might be worth knocking over.
Okay, so you're going to go back to Steng?
Yep.
Okay.
I shall go back to Steck.
Okay, as you arrive back at the house, it's now starting to get dark because you have to walk across town, past the town. And Morelia Steng is actually coming out of the house. And he's like, got his coat on, he's got his possessions on him, he's got a satchel with sort of documents and things. And he sort of sees you coming. And, Alvin, yes. I trust all's well at the Falkenberg Forge.
Yes, I spoke to Wendelina.
Yes.
And she said that that it will be delivered on time tomorrow afternoon by Grondrath. I'm assuming he's the dwarf.
Yes, she has a dwarven business partner.
Yeah.
Yes.
She said it's all nearly finished and it'll be delivered on time.
Very well. Go inside.
Hold out.
We'll take that inside to Leopold. He's got more that we need checking up on. Yes. Right. I have business to attend to, and he kind of seems to move away fairly quickly.
Okay. I shall enter. See you.
Okay, so you guys see Alvin go into the house. Seems to be unlocked. And you go inside, and there's a large sort of cloak entrance chamber. There's a few stalls at the sides where one might take off your dirty boots. And you can see some cloaks and things hanging on one side. And there's a doorway through into what looks like some sort of antechamber, sitting room. You can see some sort of stuffed seat, sofa, armoire type in the background. And Leopold comes through from that doorway. And he says, so you are useful, are you? Right, well, there's more jobs if you want them. What are you guys doing? Are you going to approach the house, or are you going to...
I'm going to stay in back.
Okay, so you're going to hang back a bit.
Could we have filled him in about what we found on the way from the forge to him?
What did you find?
The alleyway that leads from the other side, and there's a back door that appears to be locked and or barred.
Well, I shall discover the locked or barred state of said door.
Right. I've got a couple more orders that need checking up on. Whether or not you do that tonight or tomorrow morning, it's up to you. We just want to make sure everything is in order for tomorrow afternoon. Okay. Some interesting stuff going down. If you're lucky, you might get in on it.
Cool.
Don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Bear with me. I've just got to go up to the merchant chamber. Stay down here.
Is there a kitchen?
Yeah, he points through the other door at the back.
Is that okay?
Yeah, there's some bread on the side.
Nice.
Jug of ale if you need something. Yeah, and he sort of walks off. You head through the other way from the nice lounge room. Little door you open up, and there is a kitchen, there's a stove, there's all the kind of normal accoutrements of a kitchen, and there is a back door, which has a big bar over it. But yeah, that's kind of the main room. There's some bread. There's in fact it looks like some cheese in a bowl with cloth over it, and a large pitcher of some sort of dark.
So is
river
the
water.
bar that's across it, is the door below it? What's that like? As in, could you break through that?
It's very sturdy wood and bound with iron.
Okay, well that's not happening. Is it? No. You'd need the key. We know where that is.
Well, it's just a.
It's just a
Oh,
bar.
just a bar.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. It's fairly simple, but it's a thick bar. You don't think anyone could break through the door from the other side?
Yeah, without lifting it.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
chopping through, taking a lot of time and making
Yeah.
a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you lift
But you
it.
think you could lift it off?
Of course, good.
You gonna lift it?
Eh? No,
Okay.
because he might notice it's been lifted off,
Okay. Sure.
and that might not quite work.
He comes back. You hear him come back down the stairs. You there?
Yeah, I'll come
Him
back.
sod it off.
No.
Right. He steps into the room, and you notice that he hasn't got his sword on him. Right. I've got 2 more of these that need checking out. There you go. You go and check those out. I've got a couple of shillings here for you for the last job.
What? Thank you.
Yeah.
I shall return on the morrow.
And the other one's all okay. You said it's fine.
Wendelina spoke to her in person.
Certainly.
She said a dwarf friend would deliver the stuff tomorrow afternoon as requested
Okay.
in person.
Great.
I shall check on these and see you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Very well. Okay. I'm going to do my last rounds and stuff, and then I'll probably there's changeover in a couple of hours. Yeah. The other I can't remember who's on night shift tonight.
There are a few of you then. I imagine there will be.
Yeah. Well, some of them are down at the new property.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye there. Obviously we can have things delivered, but we need to keep an eye on the place.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to. Well, anyway.
Well, yeah. Maybe I'll meet them tomorrow.
Maybe.
Offline, I'll go.
Yeah, I need to go rotate. I think that's what it's called. Rotate, yeah.
I shall head off out.
Okay. So, you hear, after a little while, you see Alvin come out of the house, and he's kind of holding 2 more bits of paper in his hands. Reading them intently. Okay, and you do the same thing. You kind of walk past them, head down the road,
Down the road.
and then after a while, you guys
Yeah.
come round,
Yeah.
and you see he's holding two other bits of paper.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I open a bottle of beer.
So what are they all ordering this time?
I think perhaps this is something we will discuss at the 2 Griffins.
Somewhere a little quieter than in the
Main bar?
main bar might be a wise idea.
Yeah, you can get a room and then.
Yeah. Well, we'll get a room because I
Yeah.
need a room anyway.
Okay, so you head back to the 2 Griffins.
Yeah.
And you arrange for a room.
Yep.
So let me find my lodgings table. Food and drink. Carrying equipment.
Oh, some loot in this.
Common room, private room, 5 shillings.
Okay, we'll split one between the 2 of us,
Okay.
and Alvin can fork out for his own.
Okay. £5, please.
5 shillings. Okay. How much for a bath?
That'll be 2 shillings. We've got to draw the water and heat it up.
Let's go with. Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay. 7 shillings, please.
7 shillings.
It's 12 shillings to a crown and 20 pennies to a shilling.
Oh, there's 12.
It's old money.
Ching! I thought it was only 10.
No,
That means I'm up.
it's 12 shillings.
I've not wrong myself.
There's 240 pennies in a crown.
Don't confuse me. Okay.
You're You're supposed to be supernumerate.
I am supernumerate.
Yeah.
All in my head. I won't say it because you can have.
Well, why don't you read it out?
That moment of gleam in your eye when you read the blunderbuss bit. See, look.
So why don't you read that one out?
Okay, this bill confirms the purchase by Merlin. Oh, I think it's not Merlin, but
Morelius
Steng. Goods ordered. Big list of exploration gear, including rope spikes, lanterns, tinder boxes, etc., etc. Enough for a group of 5 or 6 people. 6 healing drafts.
Drafts.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yep.
He's just northern in real life.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing they're missing is some TNT. Really.
Yeah, and 6 flying swords, 5 crossbow pistols, 100 bolts, and a blunderbuss with powder and shot for 12 shots. To be delivered tomorrow. From Brazen Arms Blaze, member of the Blacksmithing Guild.
Wherever this place is, we need to rob
And
them.
where's that one from?
This one is from the Explorer Emporium, member of the Trappings Guild.
And who authorised that one?
This was authorised by. Wow! Approved by Catulo Sansovino.
This one's Aldrin Brazen Arm.
So this is actually a Sansovino. We found one, a real one.
We need to raid the hell out of this place. That stuff could come in handy.
Well, I think we need to decide that whether or not we end up trying to get me on the mission.
This sounds like 6 grappling hooks, 100 spikes, digging gear, tinder boxes, lanterns.
So this is someone going under.
And then enough equipment to equip 6 people with swords, crossbow, either crossbow pistols or blunderbuss.
Well, this is it. This is someone going in and robbing something and getting out again, isn't it?
Or robbing someone.
Or attacking something from underground.
Or attacking something. Well, no, because you've got grappling hooks. So you're going up something.
Breaking in.
Yeah, definitely some breaking in going on. I'm glad I put my agility up.
The weapons suggest...
Where might one find plans of what it might be?
Well, yeah. In his... Well, the guy obviously will know what's going on.
In the house, there'll probably be plans of where they're going.
Yeah. And he's about to do a rotation.
Said a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So you've gone back to the 2 griffins and you're discussing this.
Yeah.
In one of our rooms.
Yes, in one of your rooms. Yeah.
Now it will not be. I don't think it'd be particularly prudent for me to be anywhere near that place if I am going to go and meet up with these guys tomorrow. I don't want anyone seeing me.
Put your hood up.
Put your hood up.
Say it like it's the most obvious thing in the world.
Well, I'm going to deliver all this stuff to this place, so you could potentially go and. Well, we could potentially go and have a look at this place.
I'm just thinking. You said Gromdrath was delivering it.
Yeah.
I wonder if he wouldn't worry about a couple of extra broad dwarf shoulders to help carry the gear down and some security to get it there.
I don't think he'd like us interfering in any deals.
No. I think that would be. Well, yeah, he's only just met you. You are dwarves.
If he's told someone else,
You are dwarves.
He was quite friendly with you guys.
Yeah.
Because where was he from?
yeah, he's also Carrick Norn.
I reckon you'd be in. I reckon potentially he could even go as far as to say, "This looks like some digging work. This looks like some dwarf work."
Well, he might be downstairs in the bar. He said he drinks here.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got a bath coming, which I'm going to enjoy.
Before we go out, if you could take another look.
Yes. I'm going to use another
Fortune
one of my
point, yeah.
fortune
We're
points.
using a thing.
No.
You can use another fortune point if you want.
Yeah, go on. 'Cause I don't need
You've
them
got,
tonight.
no, you've got 3.
It's not as if I'm going to go anywhere. No.
92,
No.
yeah.
I think the buckles are getting in the way. I think
Perhaps
I
I
can't do
should take
anything
the
about
armour off
Beard, he keeps
first.
trying to push the beard out of the way and it keeps coming back. He's like,
that. Are you still injured?
Yeah.
here we go.
No. Hopefully I won't slip in the back. Right.
Okay,
It appears I might need to.
so you go and have a soak in the bath.
My dice were okay then, apart from the one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down and ask the barman, or go talk to the barman, if there's a position that he knows of.
I think there's one nearby. The Happy Cannon Tavern. I think they have a surgeon that stays there.
You got directions?
Oh, it's only 5 minutes. You don't want to go there. Their ale isn't very good, and their food is rubbish.
No, just for the position. Not
I can send a runner and get him to come here. You know, for a couple of pennies. We can see if we can do that.
for outside a couple of pennies across the bar.
Okay. Oi, lad! Get your ass out here. Right, run over to the Happy Cannon. Right, okay. Get in position. He sort of whispers at this kid.
While he's
Whose head you can just see above the bar. It's kind of scruffy tuft of hair. And the boy runs off.
while he's doing that, a couple of dwarven ales for us and a manling ale for the manling.
Are you at the bar for a beer, or are you going to go to your bar?
He's gone for the bar.
I'm going to
They
have
can
one.
send you, they'll send you a beer at the bar.
Send me a beer to my bar.
You sure you don't want to send them a dwarf?
It's not for manlings.
Okay. Bloodstone
well,
ales for you chaps.
It's not for his taste.
Okay.
No,
He doesn't drink, does he?
no.
Well, everyone drinks a little bit of
Yeah,
it
yeah,
because the
just
water's
the
polluted.
water crappy.
I've been told that.
But not the hardcore.
No. There's more than one.
That'll be the silver shilling.
That's gone up since last time.
Everything goes up because you're in the nice place.
You're in the nice place.
Yeah, but you only charged us like 2 pennies.
First drinks are cheap.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
buying
yeah.
Bloodstone ales. You know,
Yeah.
he's seen you got money. You paid for rooms. You know, he's thinking, okay, maybe. You can haggle with him if you want to.
I'll end up paying a gold.
Okay, so
How late is it? Is it late?
it's like 6, 7
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
evening. You figure it's almost time for the shift change at the house, and it will be before the physician gets to the 2 griffins.
Alright, I'll just tell the guy behind.
So I will return in my shiny armour.
Just
Okay.
tell the guy behind the bar. We've just got to pop out when the physician gets back. Just tell him to wait.
Oh, I'm sure he's hungry and needs dinner, so don't worry. They often have a good penny, so.
I shall ask some of the someone where these places are that I need to go and find on the morrow.
Okay.
But
They
I shall
give you some directions.
I shall ask for where certain other places are as well,
Sure.
as if to not just ask for these 2.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
'Cause that would be.
Yeah, oh, cunning. Sub-ter-fuge.
Was the dwarf smith in here?
Gromdrath?
Yeah.
He, after having a little look around, you can see him sitting over in one corner. He's just drinking an ale, and he's just got his eyes closed, and he's just drinking an ale.
Before have we got to leave imminently, or?
In the next few minutes, he's to get there in time for.
All right, I'll just go and sort.
So are you going to try and get in?
Is our plan to try and sneak in on the delivery?
Because I think if you're going to try and break into the place, that essentially is going to be someone's broke into the place, and then they'll all be on guard and heightened senses and blah blah blah, as opposed to us trying to just go along with what we've got.
Yeah, but then we'll have to basically fight them openly. We could beat the shift change. Depends on how well they know each other. If they're hired new if people.
Oh,
We're just doing a delivery, that's not really.
Well, no, because we know that these things will be delivered, so we'll know exactly which route all the delivery is going to take. So you know where it's all, and you know where it's being delivered. You could easily go and look. We could easily go and look at some of the buildings around about where it's going to be delivered to.
So you talking about this?
No.
In your room.
Yeah.
So you've
Yeah.
gone upstairs to have a brief conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
So you anyway.
What?
I
Look, what if we broke in first, took care of the people in there, and you took delivery of all this stuff?
Well, I think he's going to be there. I think Stern's going to be there. So if I took delivery and everyone else is dead, I'd definitely at least be covered in some blood from the deadness. He would definitely
bring a change of clothes.
He would definitely be ultra suspicious. I suppose you just need to decide whether we're going to try and do them there, or whether we're going to go along with it and then potentially me try and get the information to you as to where we're going, which I think I can do.
The danger is the more they see our faces, the more likely they are to recognise us if something happens.
Yeah.
You could go back on the shift change. Ask to speak to someone saying that you left some of the paperwork here. You've been asked to go and see about deliveries, and
You
haven't
could
got
open the back
paperwork.
door. If you could get in that kitchen and open that back door.
I hit things, and occasionally I have a thought of subterfuge. That sounds like sneaky thievery, right? Yeah, I'm not sneaky thievery. I'm going to pull out my knuckle dusters. Sneaky thievery, don't carry these. And then,
I think that's the people who do carry knuckle dusters, isn't it?
what, sneaky thievery?
Yeah.
And these are.
They pull their axe.
Right, get out. I'm having a bath.
Okay, you have a bath.
I'm having a bath.
When you go back downstairs, you see that the old man, Morelius Steng, that Alvin spoke to earlier on, has entered the tavern and is actually sitting at the bar, ordering a glass of wine.
Alright,
He's got his satchel with all his stuff. And he's kind of.
is he with anyone or is he on his own?
No, he seems to be on his own. Just sort of nods at the barkeep and then takes his glass of wine. Takes a long sip of it. Seems to be steadying his nerves.
You go have a chat to Gromdrath. I'll go and have a chat to him.
Again, do you really want to show your face to him?
I'm going to be friendly.
I think that's a bad
He put his fellowship up last time. Remember,
38.
he's the friendliest dwarf there is.
I think that's probably a
The
bad
friendliest
idea.
dwarf in town. Okay. Cool. So you're going to go
I'll
talk to
shrug
Gromdrath?
and walk over to
Okay.
Gromdrath.
He kind of looks at you like,
He's going to take a seat. I'm just going to make a small talk.
he kind of nods, chats about his beard. You know, dwarven small talk.
I like that greasy touch. That's
Yeah.
that sticks 50 years on you, lad.
Probably half of the conversation is moaning about how badly men do everything.
Yeah, probably.
Bloody
Manlings.
manlings.
Oh,
Bloody
those
manlings.
bloody smithing manlings.
Look at these
Don't
shoddy
know what they're
buildings.
doing.
That one's off by at least 0.6 of a degree.
Yeah.
If you're going to hit a bit of iron, why would you bloody want your hand up there? What's that all about? Waste
They
of
think they
time.
can learn a trade in 20 years.
Takes more than a century to become a master smith.
They just get there and then that's it.
Yeah.
It's all over.
So you go and chat to Gromdrath.
Yeah.
And Torvald, you go over to.
I'm going to go up to the bar.
Yep.
Sit down next to the to Steng and order a beer.
Okay. He just seems to be. You've got excellent hearing, haven't you?
No,
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've
make
got
a
the vision.
perception roll. He's muttering something, and it's quite loud in here, so you're kind of trying to sort of stretch your ears to hear what he's saying.
Yep.
Okay, he's saying, calm, calm, calm.
When the beer arrives,
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn to him. How much has he got left of his drink at this point?
He's nearly drunk the whole glass of wine.
I'll turn to him and go, would you care for another, Matt? Would you care for another, sir?
I'm I'm quite capable of buying my own wine. Thank you very much.
Oh.
He reaches out, and you see that his hand has got a little bit of a shake to it. Not from drink.
Yeah.
Lack of drink.
And now you're sitting next to him. You can see that there's like sweat, and it's not particularly hot in here.
It's not
As you wish.
particularly hot in here.
In here, no.
You just look like you've had a bad day.
What is it to you, dwarf?
Nothing really.
He just kind of glares at you and turns back to his wine. Another one, please, barkeep. He finishes that one and puts it down. It's a bit of a rattle. He's kind of looking at you. You're kind of smiling at him through your big beard. Can I help you at all?
You seem troubled. I was wondering if there was anything that could be done to help. I'm looking for work at the moment. You look like you've got work that needs doing.
I run a household for a merchant nearby. I've always got work need doing. I'm local in the area. There's jobs everywhere. I'm sure you can find some work. You're a dwarf. There are smiths all over the place.
Not so good with the metal. Better at stonework. Building.
Building?
Aye.
Drinks a sip of his wine. Like a fellowship roll.
Glad it's not me.
No.
Well, it's a bit late now. I should probably be getting to bed. Come by the house in the morning and see if, with any documentation you have of your trade, we'll see. And he directs you to the house that you guys have all been kind of casing. That's where my master lives, and I will be at his household tomorrow morning. Only in the morning.
Fair enough.
He sort of stares at you. His eyes sort of narrowing slightly. I haven't seen you somewhere before.
I've been in here.
The barman says, "Yeah, his bloody brother's over there." pointing at Bagric. Orphan brothers. Right. Well, if you don't mind, I might just have my drink over there, if that's okay. But good evening. He kind of goes over to the corner.
I'm
Right.
assuming I now noticed the guy shouting.
Oh yeah. Shouts across the room and points at you. Yeah. And Gromdath is like, bloody manlings, shouting so much all the time. So loud, so fast and abrupt.
Never patient enough.
Right, you finish your bath, then you come out,
Yeah.
and you see Torvald's sitting at the bar, Bagric's at the other side of the room,
Yeah.
and Morelia Steng is actually in the bar, sitting over in the corner, drinking a glass of wine, sort of staring at the fireplace and staring at the fire.
Okay.
With a troubled look on his face.
Okay. I shall not enter the bar.
Okay, so you kind of look in and then...
Yeah.
Back
If I
away.
see him,
Okay.
I shall. Yes.
Okay.
I shall find one of the urchins. And write a note.
Right.
That says, "I'm here."
Mhm.
If he finds a need for someone being hit. That's what I do, really, isn't it?
Mm.
Just I'll put on the note. Saw you. Didn't look like you wanted to be disturbed.
Yeah.
Out.
Okay, so you pass that to
A little urchin.
and this kid who's sort of been hanging around the kitchen, throwing rubbish out, tossing bones to dogs out the back. Sort of looks at you like.
I will open my hand, and in it will be
Your knuckle dusters.
will be a brass penny.
Okay.
In my other hand, I will hold a silver shilling, and I will say, one, you'll get money. The other one, you get clipped around the bloody ear, you little mother.
Goes for the penny.
Sorties.
And he runs. You see him run into the room. And a couple of minutes later, he comes back. Really strange, Mister. He gave me this, and he holds up his satchel. You guys see an urchin go over to Sten and hand him a note, and he kind of grabs his head, looks at it, and sort of scrawls something, and just takes his bag off, hands it to the kid, and leaves the tavern. And on the back of your piece of paper, it says, "I couldn't go through with it. Take this to the watch now." And there's a satchel.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Is he out of the building?
You don't know, because you're waiting elsewhere. So the urchin's come back to you and gone, "He's given me this," and it says, "Take this to the watch now." Okay. And in the satchel, you can see that there is some sort of ledger or book in there.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys see him leave.
What, the bloke?
Morelia Steng, you see him leave the tavern.
I'm going to give it a minute and then follow him out. I'm assuming it's dark outside.
Yes, it is dark
I'm
outside.
going to give it a minute and then, a bit and then step out.
Okay. Cool. What are you doing?
So there's like a ledger.
Yeah, well, you can see it poking out sides, but you'd have to open it up and take this thing out to see what it is.
Okay, I will go back. I will look round.
Mm-hmm. You see Torvald.
Yeah. And I will get Torvald to upstairs, and you can have a look at it.
Okay.
I will put my bits back on.
Okay. Cool. You head out into the night, and you see Morelia Steng running down the street. He's not like full pelt, like a fast jog. He's kind of running down the street.
What direction?
Not in the direction of the previous building, but somewhere else, down another road.
Alright, well, if he's running, I can't realistically keep up with him without making it bloody obvious.
Yeah.
A sprinting dwarf in full chain is probably fairly noticeable after dark.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it'd make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of make a mental note of where he...
Okay.
I mean, what's in the direction he's running to?
It's just down Commerce Street. There's a massive, broad road.
So
it's like heading
straight down the main road.
down the other way, away from where you were going before.
So he's heading back towards the river.
Yeah, generally in that direction.
Alright, okay.
But there's like 100 houses between here and there.
I'm going to step back inside.
Okay. Step back inside, just in time to see Torvald go upstairs.
Okay. Alright, I'll kind of head that way.
Okay.
So more words than I want to read.
Hands you, it's like one big bit of leather that's folded over with papers inside.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it is just like numbers and sales and it's the Dyers Guild transactions and things. But there are 3 loose pieces of paper that 2 of them which are kind of folded together like this, and then one which is kind of very tightly folded up. Like,
so what are the notes? What does it say?
He kind of unfurls it. One of them looks like, let me see the top of this. This one looks like a big rusty nail had been hammered through the top of it and it had been pinned to something. The other one is on very fine paper with very fine ink. And the last one, the folded up one, is crappy parchment paper.
So, sort of everyday rough.
Yeah.
So where was he heading then? Did he look like he was heading back to the house?
No, other way, heading down Commerce Street towards the river.
Let me take this
What,
back
and the
one,
bridge?
and I'll read this one out.
Yeah.
He was running at full pelt.
Okay.
Here we
Like,
go.
almost at full pelt. He was jogging.
So the one that's been that looks like it's been nailed to a wall
Yeah.
says, "Dear faithful, the great scourge of the Skaven has seen our house of the Lady Verena laid low here in the western end of the Shantytown district, on what is known as Arms Road, for a very good reason. This great injustice must be rectified. We now need your assistance. Serious structural damage was inflicted on this most holy of sites from above and below during these difficult weeks and months. Great aid is now required. We know times have been hard, but we need to raise substantial funds to repair the temple. If you can spare any monies, we would greatly appreciate your help. May Verena's teachings guide you to the right and true course. Father Galterius." Do you want to read that out?
Yeah. Well, Aurenheimer, it seems that all of our hopefuls, the job is yours. Finally glad that you've showed some spine. Was worried that dealing with tailors all your life had made you soft, like you're scared of pinpricks. Can't say how pleased I was that you stood up when none others would. I knew you had some strange tastes. It seems that Krehl interests you too. Ha! You will be rewarded, my friend, assuming you deal with this quietly. So, as you know, Krehl came to me with a proposition. To the details, there is a site he wants to acquire for the family, but we can't be associated with it. That's where you come in. The Aurenheimer name will go against this property. You'll arrange for Krehl to be escorted on his exploration of the basement therein. Krehl tells me there are some artifacts down there that the last lot didn't find, and which could aid the family. I want these. You will get them. Don't fail me. I'll see you at the party to confirm the plan is in place. Burn this. S.
Right, so they're not actually going to do it. They're not going to do it that day. Because they're going to confirm at the party.
And the last one?
Last one. Well done, my friend. Your faith in our true master will be paid in full. I need but the use of your warehouse in the Falstad to prepare, and the added list of ingredients. My communion will be complete on
The date
2 days ago, and I will have the guidance required for the venture. The family will want what we find, but I promise that you shall share in his ways. I may require the use of several vulgars, but as before, I will conduct this activity quietly dockside. Be careful, the wheel turns, and we must turn with it.
Dockside.
Property in the Falstaff. Does that line up with the place where all that stuff's getting delivered to?
No, so the warehouse in Falstaff is the place that you burnt
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
Yeah. Because that's where he was going to get. That's where he was going to get his communion thing.
And
Yeah.
he was doing something in the
Yeah.
basement.
He
Yeah.
was going to get information, wasn't he? He was going to get a vision or whatever.
Yeah.
And he didn't, because we did for him.
And I will require the use of several vulgars. That'll be the
people that didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. probably.
The homeless.
Yeah.
That they were doing in.
And
So there's a
everyone was
basement.
talking about exploring the basement,
So
which
there's
is not that one, I'm guessing.
That would be the church, the temple to
The
Verena.
temple that is probably in disrepair, so it's
I
probably easier to access, perhaps.
I think we should beat them to it.
Or they've bought it, and that's the Aurenheimer property.
Possibly, but I say we beat them to it. No one knows underground better than we do.
You got extra dwarfy there.
Hey, we've got a miner, a stoneworker, and a navigator with dwarves. We don't get lost underground. That's kind of our thing.
This is true.
So we could go
Get there first.
and get there first. It would be nice to find Steng, because if Steng is meant to be looking after the household and the guards that were there
We might need a bit of equipment to get there first.
Well, there's loads of equipment all turning up tomorrow afternoon. And they're not planning on using it until afterwards.
Do we do what
possibly.
Spain wanted?
I was thinking of more like we do it tonight.
Okay. Well, you've not got any kit.
I bet there's a smith downstairs that might have access to some.
Yeah, you could actually, yeah. We could literally just go and tell the smith that we're going to go and rob someplace of some ancient stuff. And
No. Protect.
Okay, you can tell him whatever you like. You can tell him, do you fancy a jaunt, a little bit of the old life, a bit of a dwarven, let's go and run around some tunnels.
Well, we could just point out that some bad people want to take some stuff that doesn't belong to them, and we think that they shouldn't get their hands on it. So we should put some hands that can be trusted.
Okay. Well, I'll do not do any talking then.
I
That's
think we should
probably the
go.
easiest way.
I think we should go and have a word with him.
I've got one question you might be able to ask. Verena, one of your ancestor gods.
Verena, one of our ancestor gods. I'm quite good with ancestor gods.
Which one's this one?
Justice, isn't it? I think, from memory.
Justice.
Manling's got so bloody many of them.
Learning and justice.
Patron saint of supernumerates.
Priests of Verena often are safeguarders of knowledge, preserve judgment from fear or favour, so they'll often be on courts as sort of fair arbiters, so they're not being swayed one way or another.
So you want to go and do this tonight then?
I think that's a good idea, don't
I've
you?
just had a bath.
Well, you can always have another.
Do you know what? I could always have another. Okay, we could go and do it.
Alright, should we go have a word with him downstairs?
Go and have a word with him, see if he can get us anything. Even if we just go and have a look at this building, see what it is.
You're the more persuasive of us. Might be worth you doing it.
He seems to get on better with you.
I mean, the problem we have is the only problem we have is the party.
That's not till tomorrow.
That's not till tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So the party's tomorrow night. All the stuff's going to get delivered tomorrow afternoon. So are we going to go to this place, try and get out what we can?
Well, this guy says he'll see Aurenheimer at the party. Well, he's not going to see him at the party, is he?
No, because Aurenheimer's
Yeah. We know he's not going to see him at the party.
Who's the guy?
S.
Which Sansovino?
Which Sansovino? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if it might be Celio. Well, no, I can't remember. Maybe he's definitely one of the people in the thing. Hopefully, you have to watch because the dwarf. No, he's a dwarf. No, it's fine.
A dwarf. Thought he might be in on it.
No, but then I was thinking he was a dwarf. No.
Dwarves don't have anything to do with the ruinous powers, Manling.
He's not got the curly beard to be evil.
Also,
Just twiddly bits on the end.
Yeah.
Right.
And a blunderbuss.
Yeah.
So you're going to go and have a chat with Grondras downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay, well he's still there,
I'll
enjoying his Bluntstone
put my armour
ale.
back on.
Kind of sit back down next to him. Has a lid.
Well,
We're looking to get our hands on a few tools. I know it's very late, but do you think you might have anything at the forge you might be able to...
well, funny you say that, because we've just been putting together a shipment for some people of tools. Sprags and picks and things. It's all committed, so I'm afraid we're all forged out.
Nothing you could maybe reproduce in the morning?
Well, not since someone also put in a little armour order.
Well, if I appear, and he would have seen me walking into the shop.
Yeah.
I happen to be the person that was coming to check on that order, and I will be there when you deliver it to me tomorrow. So if some of it has been slightly used, That might not actually be.
Have you got your bill of sale on you?
I had to give it back to him.
That's convenient.
No,
Sorry,
look at my face.
You're a manling. You all look
tell me-
similar to me.
Tell me if I'm lying, because I can't lie. I mean, I don't actually have it in me.
On my oath, he's telling the truth.
And I can't blag you, because actually, I'm not that nice a person.
Because he is literally telling the
Yeah,
truth.
no, I know.
Right?
I know.
The wolf would never.
I know, but he's like,
See, I understand that lying, the trick with lying is you
all right,
can
manling, I
get
believe
as
you.
close to the truth as you can get. But unfortunately,
He says to you, idiot.
that's the
Hasn't
truth. You know?
I'll just nod.
Oh,
Basically, some manlings want to dig some bad manlings want to dig some stuff up of.
whoa. Do you have a room? We can talk.
I can go upstairs. I have a room.
I'll flick to Reichsfield. Aye, upstairs.
Right.
We could even show him the other.
He gets another ale on the way.
Yeah, we'd even show him the
So
other
I'm
bit of
gonna
sail,
need
the
this.
one that's got
The wheel one. We'll show him the one that's pretty
You're going to
congested.
show him all the... All
yeah.
the papers.
Yeah, we're
Sansovino.
basically going to explain to him that.
Oh, what the hell are these manlings doing?
Explain to him that
Foolish manlings.
we believe they're into a cult. We keep seeing an icon that looks all too familiar on the things we're finding on these Sansovino buggers.
Bloody crime lords.
And they're wanting to.
You have my word, I did not know that it was Sansovinos.
And I believe you. I wouldn't expect.
Some jittery little man.
Yeah.
Aye, the one that was drinking the wine downstairs.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was drinking
What was his name?
to myself.
Sten.
Steng.
Aye.
He said he couldn't do it anymore and told us to hand this to the watch. But I don't think the watch are going to
So
do
we had a
anything.
change of hearts.
Well, yeah. The problem with what we've handed to the watch is,
They won't do anything quick enough.
well, no, the
Or
watch.
they could be on their payroll.
The watch are for the city, so
Manlings.
So we think that they want to go plunder this temple to Verena, one of the manling gods, and get something they shouldn't get their hands on. We need to stop them doing it, and the best way I can think of doing it is getting it first.
What if it's really bad?
What we find
It
is
says Skaven on there,
for the ratmen before.
but you know what that could mean.
big rats, like big rats, like really big ones.
That green stuff.
Aye, there's not a huge amount we could do about Warpstone.
No. Don't touch it, man. If you see any.
Stuff's made of evil.
Oh,
Right, well, I don't want to have any part of it. So, if you want to take the stuff and go there, then you can. I'll let you in the forge.
well, only take the bit you want, because otherwise,
Yeah, but yes, we'll just take what we need.
Aye.
The best defense against Warpstone are the Skaven gas weapons. Wrap a rag around your face, covered in urine.
I've just had a bath.
That's the best way of
Okay.
avoiding
Dwarven urine is a better protection.
stronger.
Much stronger.
That smile, right? You're taking the, you know what?
I'm taking the urine. Right, well, let me know when you're ready and you want to go. I'll be downstairs.
Well, I've got dressed.
Alright, well, the position.
So I'm ready to go.
The position's kind of going to be there now, isn't it?
Yes.
You want positioning?
Yeah.
First.
Eventually, he arrives.
Alright, we're just going to get a bit patched up first.
Aye.
And we'll be on our way.
Okay, so the physician comes in and has a healing roll.
Yeah, with the plus 20 from the stuff.
Yep. So he's got to get 65 or less.
I could have done with plus 20 from
5.
We gave you plus 20.
Did you? You
Yeah.
never told me about
Yeah,
that.
I did. But
I
you rolled
think it-
92.
I think it was about that every time I rolled
Okay,
that had a 9.
so
in
he
it.
heals you for 7 wounds. Torvald, are you still injured?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 36. That's successful. for 4 wounds.
So we're going to go tonight then.
Aye. Let's go. Start putting the armour back on.
So do we know where it is? The temple. Do we know how to get to the temple?
Temple of Arena.
And do we know how to get in the temple?
Yeah, it's on the letters, isn't it? It's on the.
It says where it is. It's on Arm Street.
It's on Arm Street, and the building that they're guarding in Shantytown.
Is on Arm Street. And I wonder if they're one and the same building.
So basically,
It'll be underneath
the warehouse. So we're going to have to go into the warehouse and kill the people in the warehouse because
You don't know there's a warehouse.
Well, it's been guarded.
There's
I
a
know
property.
Okay, the property has been
Is
guarded.
it being guarded?
Yes, because I was told by Leopold that the property was being guarded.
Well, let's go check it out.
Okay, so you get your gear together. You secure all of your evidence tightly, and Torvald keeps it in his cartographer's gear.
Okay.
And you prepare yourself. You head out into the night, heading towards Shantytown.
Yeah.
With your weapons.
Yeah.
And
Shiny armour.
your shiny armour.
I'll have to have a cloak, like something over it so it
Yes, so
doesn't
it's
shine so
not
much.
bright, shiny.
I was getting myself ready for the ball, you know. I know it's only a day away, but you have to kind of wash quite a few times to get the smell.
Especially if you've been living in the Falstaff.
If you've been walking around in the sewers.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so you make your way into the shantytown towards Arm Street, and that is where we will pick up next time on Flint and Steel.
Flint and Steel!
Flint and Steel! Okay, cool. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that episode. Bit of plot happenings and things going on. What, you know, the reason for Aurenheimer's cult and his activities. Please check
I'm
out.
so going to go and collect all of this stuff.
You just want a blunderbuss, don't you?
In my pockets.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so go check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We've got a Discord if you want to come and join that. We've got a forum on the website, all kinds of things.
Don't forget to like and comment.
Absolutely. Comment below, tell us what you think. And we will see you next time on Flint and Steel. Bye-bye.